Since childhood, Emily and Jack had been inseparable. From the moment they met as neighbours, at the age of 5, there was something special between them. Their days were filled with adventures, from building forts in the backyard to biking through the neighbourhood until the sun set. They had an unspoken promise. No matter what happened, they would always be there for each other. Through the years, they faced many obstacles. They both struggled in school, Emily with her shy nature, and Jack, who couldn't seem to sit still. Yet, they always helped each other through every challenge, always with laughter and love. They weathered the storm of adolescence, both going through heartbreaks, family issues, and growing pains. But they did it together. Their friendship was a constant, unshakable bond. When they were 18, Emily and Jack realized that their feelings had deepened into something more. It was a quiet realization, one that came with time. Their love wasn't a rush of fireworks, but a steady flame that had been quietly burning for years. They shared their first kiss on the night of their high school graduation, with stars shining above them. It was a moment that felt as though the universe had paused just for them. From that day forward, they knew they were meant to be together, and no obstacle, no matter how big or small, would ever tear them apart. However, life wasn't always easy. Jack's family went through financial struggles, and Emily's health wasn't always perfect. They learned the hard way that life wasn't a fairy tale, but they kept going, together. They supported each other through the toughest of times, whether it was Jack working 2 jobs to make ends meet, or Emily being there for him when he doubted himself. Years passed, and their love only grew stronger. They moved in together, traveled to places they'd dreamed of, and made countless memories. There were moments filled with laughter, and some with tears, but they always found their way back to each other. Jack proposed to Emily on their 10th anniversary, during a trip to the beach where they had spent their childhood summers. She said yes, and their wedding was a celebration of everything they had been through, and everything that was still to come. But life, as it often does, threw them one last challenge. Jack was diagnosed with a rare illness that doctors couldn't seem to understand. What started as a simple cough turned into something far worse. They fought it together, but despite all the treatments and hope, the illness took hold. Jack grew weaker, and Emily's world seemed to be falling apart. She stayed by his side, day and night, never leaving him alone. One night, after a quiet dinner, Jack held her hand and looked at her with soft, tear-filled eyes.
Emily,
he whispered.
I've always been so lucky to have you. I never wanted to say goodbye.
Emily kissed his forehead, her heart breaking.
You don't have to say goodbye,
she said, though she knew the words weren't true.
We've made so many beautiful memories together. I'll never stop remembering them. I'll carry you with me in everything I do.
Jack smiled weakly, squeezing her hand.
Promise me, you'll keep living. Make more memories. Don't let this be the end for you.
I promise,
she said, her voice breaking.
I will never stop making memories with you, Jack. I will carry you with me forever.
As the days passed, Jack's condition worsened, and Emily never left his side. She watched him slip away, holding his hand and whispering their shared memories. The laughter, the adventures, the love. Jack took his last breath in her arms, but not before giving her one final smile, one that was full of love and peace. After his passing, Emily felt as if her heart had been shattered into 1,000 pieces. She couldn't imagine a world without Jack in it. But as time went on, she remembered his words.
Promise me, you'll keep living. Make more memories. Don't let this be the end for you.
She began to live, not just for herself, but for both of them. She traveled to the places they had planned, to visit, laughing and crying as she remembered their dreams. She met new people, made new friends, and made sure to create new memories, memories that Jack would have wanted her to have. Every time she visited the places they'd loved, whether it was the park where they'd first met or the beach where he had proposed, Emily felt Jack with her. She would close her eyes, and in the wind or the waves, she could almost hear his voice whispering,
I'm so proud of you.
And every year, on their anniversary, Emily would light a candle for Jack, remembering not just the loss, but the beauty of all the moments they had shared. She smiled through the tears, knowing that their love would never truly end. Because even though Jack was no longer physically by her side, he lived on in every memory, in every laugh, and in every heartbeat.
I never want to stop making memories with you, my love.
Emily whispered to the wind one day, knowing Jack would hear her wherever he was.
Please subscribe and press the button bell to notify you for my next video.